Imagine climbing for 8 days straight on the tallest mountain of Africa. No phone, no distractions, no oxygen. Well, some oxygen, but it's thinning, and it's just you and your thoughts. Every step of the way, your brain screams quit. That was me on Mount Kilimanjaro. What I learned and embodied on that mountain changed everything I do, from my discipline to my health approach to my business approach. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share with you the 4 biggest lessons I learned from climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Lessons you can use to push past hard things or when you're stuck to get through to the other side. My name's Boris. I've battled 2 chronic diseases in my lifetime. I have done a lot of hard things, built multiple businesses, and I currently own Thea. We are building the operating system for biology, and we already have recorded 150 million data points that make biology more actionable. I don't share any theory, I just share my lived experience, and I'm going to share that with you on this video today. If you've ever felt stuck, distracted, in the weeds, not doing well, health or financially, whatever that case is, this story is for you. So before I get into the lesson, which I will in about 30 seconds, I want to share some backstory on why I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro and what it actually is. It's important for you to know, so don't worry, we'll get into the meaty stuff in a second, but just hear me out, okay? Number 1, a lot of people actually climb Mount Kilimanjaro. It's like their dream. It's like that one big thing that they want to do. And although I didn't have that specific dream about Mount Kilimanjaro, and I'll get into why and how I actually ended up there, I do usually do something really difficult in my life every once in a while on a good cadence, because I understand that the more hard things that I do, the more I rewire how my brain works and solidify that I can do those hard things. So that's a bonus insight, but I just wanted to let you know. Mount Kilimanjaro, if you don't know, picture up here, is the tallest mountain in Africa, and it takes a really long time to get up there, and it is not easy. Now, let's dive into the lessons. Lesson number 1. This I actually learned from David Goggins, which is when you think you're at your max, you're ready to quit, there's no more that you can give, you're only at about 30 to 40%. So what do I mean by that? David Goggins taught me this in his book, but I really experienced it on that mountain. There was days, every single day actually, I was climbing 5 to 8 hours a day up a mountain. So not only was it up a mountain, which is extremely difficult itself, but every single step you're losing air. Like, my body was screaming. I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't do anymore. But what happens is I put myself in a situation where I had to go into the next gear, had to go to the second gear, I had to go to the third gear, fourth gear. I actually went into whatever gear I needed to get up that day, the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And that really made me realize, wow, we stop so much earlier. We just stop for convenience most of the time. It gets a little bit harder when we stop, so we never really flex that muscle. We never really go all the way until we're forced to do that. So lesson number 1 is you can go so much further than you think. You just need to push it, and we're so convenienced all the time that putting yourself in a situation like climbing on Mount Kilimanjaro will teach you that lesson. Lesson number 2, your environment absolutely raises your standards. So I went with a group of friends that were ambitious, that I really respected, etc. It made my climb so much easier. And those situations where I thought I was at my max and I was only at that 30%, it was so easy to just be like, no, I'm part of this group. They're all going, I'm gonna go. This can be like going back to psychology and all these things that I'll get into in another video. But essentially, you're in a tribe. And if you respect that tribe and you all agree to do this one thing, you're gonna vibe off each other. So in my health journey when I was really sick, I was actively seeking people and groups and societies that were doing better than me, that had done what I did, that had done even more than I did, that were way ahead of me, to inspire me, to make sure that if I can be part of those groups, I'm always gonna strive to do what they're gonna do. So this is just human psychology. It's not good or bad. People say, oh, you're judging yourself based on others. That's natural. But the thing is, you can hack who you want to be part of. If you don't like your current group and your current tribe, you can go out and find another one. Just join another group. Go do a hike. It doesn't even have to be Mount Kilimanjaro. But that's how you can change your groups, because your group, your environment dictates like 60% of your results. I actually think it's about 90% now, because I'm like, when you're forced and you're in a group and you want to be there and you're like juiced about it, you're going to do those extra things. You're going to not stop if they're not stopping. It's going to get you to that higher level because you're surrounded by that type of person and that type of environment. Lesson number 3, discipline actually comes from removal. More specifically, removal from dopamine addictions and dopamine-filled things. That's another video which I'll link to somewhere below. But essentially, a lot of people think discipline is all these things you have to add on to, right? Actually, it's how many things can you remove to focus on the thing that actually makes a difference. So on the mountain, I had no phone, no TV, no restaurants, no bars, nothing. There was nothing. I couldn't play sports. I couldn't do any of these things. My discipline daily went up. Even though it got harder physically every day, mentally it got easier day after day because my brain understood and started rewiring itself to understand we're climbing this mountain no matter what. This guy ain't giving up. He's gonna keep pushing through, so I might as well stop complaining. The first few days were excruciating. All my brain wanted to do was do something else. So I was like, what? It started doubting itself. Hey, is this even worth it? Hey, you're a little bit tired. Did you actually train enough? Are you even healthy enough? What if something bad happens? Yada, 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 yada. Listen, you should listen to your body. At the same time, if I had just listened to my brain, which is what I'm referring to, I would have been done within like the first 4 hours of that climb. I would have not lasted 8 days. I would have not made it to the top. Nothing. But it got easier every single day because there was not these other distractions that give the brain comfort and are easy to do. It understood this is the mission now, and it became more and more on board because I forced it to be, because I removed all the other things. I didn't add more things. Lesson number 4, all overwhelm comes from thinking way too far ahead or way too much of what has to happen. So when I was on the mountain, I looked at that mountain the first day and I looked up and I said, wow, how are we gonna climb this? I have to take like millions of steps just to get up this damn mountain. And at the end of the first day, when we were climbing for like 8 hours straight, I looked up and it looked like we made no progress whatsoever. And then I was very anxious about, how are we gonna be able to do this? All those thoughts that I was just telling you about, all that like non-disciplined thoughts, they came in and they were telling me I shouldn't do this. Now, every day as I was mentioning that I was doing it, the easier it became. So, really, what was happening was I was just thinking way too far ahead. And the more I focused on one step, then the next step, it became so much easier, so much more manageable. And I just was able to stay, you've heard people say, stay in the present or stay in the flow, right? It's because I wasn't overthinking it. I do this all the time, and I've done it my whole life, where I think about new things and then I think way too far ahead, and now I don't know what to do. I'm paralyzed with how many things I can do. I'm starting a new health protocol, or I'm on a protocol and I'm looking at other ones, and I'm looking at the 10 down the road that I still have to do, versus just finish the damn one that's in front of you. And I've had to learn this lesson so many times in my life, and I still do this mistake. But overwhelm really does come from, we're just thinking so far ahead, or we're thinking about all the things that we have to do, other than focusing on what's that one thing in front of us that we have to do consistently till we get the results. Great. So let's recap the 4 things. Number 1, when you think that you're at your max and you think you can't push anymore, you're probably only about 30-40%. I would argue way less than that most of the time, because today, let's be honest, people are so distracted. Any little thing goes off, we'll watch some TV, we'll relax, we'll go on our social media, we'll eat some junk food. All of these things are comfort, right? So as soon as something gets hard, we're done for. And therefore I'm saying, like, you can really push to get to new levels, and then that standard just raises itself. Number 2, environment dictates everything. If you want to be at a certain place, whether that's you're sick or you want longevity or you're trying to improve your life, in any aspect, business, etc., personal, you put yourself in an environment where that standard is so much higher, or it's the standard that you want to live accordingly to, right? And then your chances of success skyrocket, because either you do those things and you're part of that group, or you don't do those things and that group then isn't part of you. And that's just how it works. It's tribalism. Number 3, discipline actually comes from removal, not addition to. Most people think, I just gotta add more routines, more things I gotta do, more apps, etc. actually, what needs to happen is if we remove a lot of things, the brain rewires itself and focuses on the things that you said are the most important, and it doesn't get the distraction. It doesn't get a buyout, right? It doesn't get to say, I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go do something else. If it understands that's not gonna happen, which you control, then it's not gonna happen, and it gets easier over time. And number 4, overwhelm comes 100% from looking way too far ahead or at too many things at once. Just like the point before this, if you can remove things, or in this case, if you can just go to the things that you know you need to do first, and either you do those consistently for a long time, or you do the first things and then finish them, you're really gonna have a lot less anxiety, which I've noticed in myself. If I'm just like, hey, this is gonna take 40 hours, great, every day I'm gonna do 3 hours. And so I booked that 3 hours, and I know it's still a lot more, but I'm not worried about it, because I'm not thinking, oh, I have 40 hours still left, right? Or I need all these things after those 40 hours, I have another 300 hours, then I would be a mess, and I have been a mess, and it's destroyed my health multiple times doing that. So now I really hope that resonates with you and it's something you can take away. Awesome. Those are the 4 lessons. If you enjoyed them and you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe below. I'm going to be posting a lot more content like this. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I have little tidbits I post all the time before these larger videos. We can interact that way. And if there's anything you want me to expand on from this video, post it in the comments. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.